the people, the officers killed, came not just from one tribe, but from the eastern Nigeria, as it then was.
Yes.
And so there you are. It was lucky for those of us that escaped.
Yes.
I september begynte nye store uroligheter I nord, som førte til at mellom 20 og 30 000 iboer ble massakrert. Mesteparten av de to...
Quite a large number came from this part of the country, what used to be eastern Nigeria, and particularly
quite a large number
many of the
came
senior
from
officers.
this part of the country.
Senior officers also came from other parts of the country, but from this side, because the people from here, from Biafra, that is the old eastern Nigeria, very go-ahead people, and a number of them had joined the army in the officer corps, and quite a lot of these were killed during the July program. And I myself, I'm not an Igbo.
I am Olayomi Koiki of Koikimedia and also the spokesman for Chief Sunday Adeyemo IGBOHO. First and foremost, I'm going to try and speak English to direct message back to the IPOB that we are Yorubas, a very proud one. Whatever you have against what took place yesterday, you have the right in your own capacity, but you don't have the right to tell us who we deal with among you, IPOB. We can deal with anybody that we feel that is the right person to deal with. If you have a problem with that, you can go into any of the bridge or rivers across the world where you are and jump into that river and die. I am known as Koikimedia. And whatever we do with Simon Ekpa has been stamped yesterday, the 5th of November, and that will go ahead. Whatever is your concern on that, we don't give a toss. My name is Olayomi Koiki. And probably maybe some of you don't know who I am. Let me repeat this clearly. That the only person that we follow is our own leader that have spoken yesterday. And since our leader have spoken, if you are not comfortable with that, why should we care about that? Let me say it again. If you have problem with Simon Ekpa, go and die into any of the river, or you can take the rope and kill yourself today. We are fighting one single enemy. We don't have any issue with the Biafra. We only have issue with the Fulanese. Don't you understand that also among us, we have issues. We have people that probably even do not believe in what we are doing. So why should we be more concerned about you on what we do with Simon Ekpa? And I repeat again to any Yoruba that is not comfortable with what we done yesterday, go and die as well. Mad people all over the place. We have moved forward yesterday, and that is the beginning. I have spoken again this morning to Chief Sunday IGBOHO. For those of you that feel convinced IGBOHO, pé kó má ní kankan ṣe pẹ̀lú Simon Ekpa. Orí yín ti gbálẹ̀ gbogbo yín pátápátá. Gbogbo ẹni mo fi sọ ní bíbá. Orí gbogbo yín ti gbálẹ̀ ni mo sọ. Mo sọ fún yín pé ẹ lè wà àárín èmi àti Chief Sunday IGBOHO. Ẹ lè wọ̀ láyé. Kí ni mo sọ? Ẹ lè wọ̀ láyé. I don't have any problem with our Biafra. Kí ni ká pẹ́ láwọn Biafra? We deal with Simon Ekpa. And let me put this on record. For those of you that probably do not know, before Nnamdi Kanu was picked up, we had 4 meetings. I don't have to go into all the details. Myself was in that meeting. It was actually Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that called for that meeting. We did not go for him. He actually wanted to speak to us. And whatever he told us is what we are going along with. We respect all the legal representative of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We don't have any problem with you guys. But if you think that by dealing with Simon Ekpa, is a crime against humanity. I say it again, go and die. You better die now before it is too late. Because we are fighting only one enemy. And that enemy is not Simon Ekpa. That enemy is not even the Biafra. But if you as an individual that think that, hey, take down that picture of Nnamdi Kanu. Let me say this clearly. Nnamdi Kanu is not just for the Biafra. It was actually fighting for the whole humanity. And let me say this again. We have the right to use Nnamdi Kanu picture at any time, any day, and I will talk about him at any time without taking any instruction from anybody. I am Olayomi Koiki. If you are not comfortable with that, like I said, I am not Mayegun General. This is Koikimedia, fighting for one singular cause, fighting for the Yoruba people, the Biafra people, the Arewa people, and all the freedom fighters around the world that would love to exit that shithole country known as Nigeria. If you are not comfortable with that, there's not much I can do.
You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
God began to speak to me about Biafra, and I'm worried. I stopped somewhere last month, and I'm going to throw a little light on another one. And I pray that the authority concerned should listen to me. And it's a statement. Dialogue now, so that you should not be knocking the door for dialogue and there's no dialogue. That's what God told me. I keep saying it. I said there is a spirit in this young man. It is bigger than what physical eye can see. I'm not an Igbo man, I'm a Yoruba man, but I'm speaking as a prophet. I said what I see in this young man is bigger than him. You see the man, the small boy that they call him, what is inside him is bigger. It's not just an ideology, it's bigger. I said, I see an animal. Which animal did I put you last time? Huh? I said what? A what? A what? A small puppy. And I say, I see a small puppy going forward. All of a sudden, I saw so many strange wild animals, lion, bear, great animals around the puppy. Then I saw the puppy look back and saw that the animals around him are so many. Suddenly the puppy, what I saw last month is different from what I'm seeing now. The puppy is developing some features of wild animals. This prophetic word is not to the negative. It's very important. Take the Biafra agitation serious. Dialogue now. Because I see a time, doors are knocked, calls are made. People who are heady are saying we have come down, but these people are not willing to dialogue again. Please, redeeming the time, for the days are evil. Dialogue now. Dialogue now. I repeat it again. I'm not an evil man, but I'm telling you what I'm shown in the spirit. What? I'm seeing great people, important people in this nation coming together and saying, now, okay, we want to sit on the table, let us talk. But the people you want to talk with are saying, it's too late. Please, dialogue now. The days ahead are evil. Dialogue now. This is not a cry of a baby. It's a cry of an adult. I repeat it again. Dialogue now. Please. Every authority. There come a time when a revolution is about to take place, the power of gun, bombs, and bullets cannot hold an ideology. Please, dialogue now. This is not the time of, I have bullets, I have gun, I have bomb. This has nothing to do with bullet and bomb. If you know what I'm seeing in the realm of the spirit, everyone in federal authority should take the Biafra agitation serious. If you are once a founding father of this nation, sit down around the table and listen to your children. Dialogue now. This is not the time to arrest anybody. It's the time to hear the cry of the people. Dialogue now. Because it's going to be the last resultant solution at the end. But when you are asking, when the king comes down from his throne and he's saying, I'm ready to talk, and everybody is throwing stone at you, then you will know that it is important to dialogue with honor and prestige and go out and there is peace in the land.
How do you cage Nnamdi Kanu? In fact, I want to call that Nnamdi Kanu should be released. A freedom fight agitator who said that, look, he wants liberation for his people. Why are you incarcerating him? Why are you not going to arrest Fulani men? Look at the bomb blast in train blast in Abuja to Kaduna. Up to today, our people are still being kept by these bandits. Where are the security? Where is the president? Where is the security act to go out and rescue these people? Tell me what is happening. It is a shame. Tell me, IGBOHO, they went after him in the southwest and were able to stop him. At least we're not hearing about IGBOHO again. Why can't they stop these Fulani men who are terrorizing this country and made it impossible? They come to Benue and kill, just in my local government, within the space of 40 people have been killed, more than 40 people. In another local government, over 20 people were killed, and then you want me to keep quiet. They want to intimidate us. I will never be intimidated. Unless, let me talk. If at the end nothing happens, and some of you are keeping quiet, keep quiet to your shame. But I want to say that the rest of Nigerians, you people are joking. I raised alarm in 2016 that these things were going to happen. What is it that I have not said? I have said it. If Nigerians want to get out of this, they should arise. Arise television, as your name implies. Arise and let us liberate ourselves. President Buhari and his cohorts are not able to.
Assalamu alaikum. What is Nnamdi Kanu still doing in the DSF's custody? An order has been given from the court to the government that Nnamdi Kanu should be returned back to Kenya and he should be compensated with a sum of 500 million naira, but he is still in their custody. Why? Why? Has Nigeria gotten to a level that we don't have laws any longer? We don't abide by the rules and regulations given to us? If we are to break these rules, oh, what a pity to us. But now, it's for the government to do what is right, but they are not. Instead, discrimination, tribalism, ethnicity has become the order of the day for them. And I don't know what they are putting in the minds of the Southeast and the Northerners. Because we, the Northerners, are the ones being affected. Why? Because the people ruling us are from the North. I blame them. See, there is no way I will blame the Southeast if they think of having their own nation, with the way things are going, with the way our governments are taking things in on serious. Let me say it that way. If you are making us look, I never for once loved the Southeast. The only thing I had for them then was hatred, but I came to realize that this is not how it's supposed to be. Then let the government do what is right. If an order has been given, an order is an order. Let's abide, let's go by that order. Not bringing in discrimination, bringing our tribalism into our mind. Oh, come on. That is not what we are out for. And that is why we will keep fighting till what we are looking for is achieved. Please, this man should be returned back to Kenya because he was kidnapped to this place. If I was being kidnapped, I would not be happy about it too. Let me be realistic and let me be sincere about it. Please, my viewers, share this video. Let it go viral so that all citizens, all masses of this country will see it, because Nigeria is no longer a lawful state or a lawful country any longer. We have rules and regulations. Let's go by that. Let's abide by it. An order is an order, like I said. And we, the Northerners, we want to be our brother's keeper. We don't want the Southeast to see us as if we are the enemies. We don't want to be their enemy, and we don't want them to be our enemy also. So let the government do what is appropriate. Please and please share this video so it go viral.
Nigeria, on a daily basis, witness the impunity which is so-called Fulani herdsmen extremists who share an ethnic and religious identity with President Buhari and the Fulani elite, which now dominates all key institutions in Nigeria.
To open an investigation specifically into the wide-scale and systematic killing of the civilian population, and most notably targeting the indigenous people of Biafra.
Clear that now we've put the Biafran issue on the radar screen of the government, of the Biden administration, of Congress.
Ongoing and wide-scale systematic killing of the civilian population, and again, specifically targeting the IPOB.
Of weapons being used against Biafrans, but affirmatively supporting an effort to have an independence referendum organized and conducted by the United Nations, as we've done in South Sudan.
Formally open an investigation and look into what we are identifying as a genocide that's being committed by the Nigerian government and extremist Fulanis against the indigenous people of Biafra.
There's been nothing in experience since 1960 to suggest there simply is not a way, given the history of division between the Fulani and the Biafrans, to think that they can coexist under a single sovereign roof.
IPOB, one family. Biafrans all over the world. If we want safety and security for our people, then let's continue to support Eastern Security Network. All donations are welcome. No contribution is too small or too large. Do your part, knowing that freedom is in our hands, and together we must all rise to the occasion. Go to our website to make your contribution, www.ipobinUSA.org/donate. And remember that freedom is not free, but together we restore it, farm by farm, forest by forest, house by house, and street by street.
You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, fellow Biafrans all over the world. This is a historic day. The state of the nation this day is going to be very, very historic. This particular program today is being aired by different platforms: Voice of Biafra, Enter Biafra Channel 1 and 2, Yoruba Nation platforms, Koikimedia, Oda Oduduwa Nation platform, the IPOB autopilot media platforms all over the world, because this is a historic state of the nation as we make progress in our quest to liberate Biafra, and of course, by extension, the Oduduwa from Nigeria. And of course, also liberating other indigenous nationalities who may feel that the time they have to stay with Nigeria has expired. Today, being the 21st day of November 2022, I express my deepest gratitude and respect to our fallen heroes and heroine. I call them the forebears and patriots who sacrificed themselves for our independence, the quest for our independence from 1967 to 1970. I also wish to convey my utmost respect to those families who may have paid the ultimate price since 1945 till date. I want to also appreciate our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of Indigenous people of Biafra. I want to use this medium to also appreciate his families. His family who also have paid one of the biggest price in quest of our freedom. I want to also appreciate our partners, our alliances, in the name of Oduduwa Nations and Chief Sunday Adeyemi IGBOHO, who also have paid the ultimate price in quest for the freedom of Yoruba Nation. I want to also show my utmost gratitude to our prof and elder who stood when the young men feel that their strength is no longer powerful enough to pilot the freedom of their own people. Professor Banji Akintoye have stood the ground, and we today are in a very close alliance to see how we can liberate ourselves from the shackles of the bondage of the slavery of the British government. Ladies and gentlemen, Biafra people all over the world, welcome to this State of the Nation address. When you look at me today, you find out that I am no longer a gentleman. Just as described in the previous declaration of Biafra, independent, by our Ikemba Nnewi of the blessed memory. When the state of Biafra was declared, the Biafra Charter and the spirit of independence, the independence movement during Biafra genocide yearned for democratic republic, where people have the right, or where the owners of the land of the nation of Biafra yearn for their freedom, yearn for the human right, and the rule of law will be supreme. These individuals took it upon themselves to fight for the freedom of our people, and the British government collaborated with many nations to kill Biafrans. The aim of the Biafra liberation today and the independence movement of today is never to build a totalitarian state. No. They repress or to repress freedom and human right. Our fallen heroes and forebears and patriots, as well as Biafrans, are all coming together for the liberation and the exit of Biafra from Nigeria come 2023. This independent movement of the Biafra liberation today, to liberate Biafra people from Nigeria of today, where Nigeria are playing the Afghanistan template to Fulanize Nigeria, has given birth to about 11 terrorist group, all from the Fulani Caliphate. The 11 terrorist group coming from the Fulani Caliphate, we have seen the resurgence of terrorist Fulani across southern Nigeria and Biafra. They are kidnapping, killing, terrorizing our land with the help of their colleagues in Nigeria Army, DSS, and other security agencies across Nigeria. The Biafra liberation and independence movement did not end after the Biafra Nigeria genocidal war. It didn't end. The war and the genocide that took place between 1967 and 1970, but the liberation of Biafra continued to carry on. Even to this day, we are now fighting to build a free, independent nation in the face of the caliphate aggression against our land. At this point, after the kidnapping of Mazen Ambikanu from Kenya and extraordinarily renditioned to Nigeria in breach of the international laws, we have accomplished numerous strategic strengths using civil defense, for example, civil disobedience, for example, and the economic sabotage to cripple the resources of the Nigeria state as they are being used to invade our land and kill our people just because they asked for their right to self-determination. Now, the mandate of the times call for countries that share universal values to stand in solidarity to defend freedom and human rights and achieve peace and prosperity for the citizens of the world. For this to happen in West Africa and by extension to other African countries, this free world must realize that the potential to bring peace lies on supporting the self-determination of the Yorubas and Biafra people. And of course, supporting the self-determination of any other ethnic nationalities that will want to leave Nigeria by 2023. In the past, it was the yearning of weaker nations to reclaim their sovereignty and freedom, which was forcefully taken from them by those stronger nations' wealthy forces. But today, the case is different. Now, the mandate of the times call for countries that shares that same universal values to stand in solidarity to defend freedom, human rights, and achieve peace and prosperity for the citizens of the world. I repeat again, that is the reason the Nigeria Caliphate and terrorist government cannot obey their own laws. When a court pronounced acquit and discharge on Mazen Ambikano, they decided to work with our enemies within our house and to make sure they continue to detain him to prevent Biafra from coming in 2023. But they have failed. To this regard, while the Arab nations understand these values and approach by values they shared with the northern Nigeria Fulanis, so they continue to stand in solidarity to defend these values against other indigenous ethnic nationalities in Nigeria. This has made the Western world, America, the United Nations, a failure in carrying out its responsibilities. The consequences of this, the consequences of the United Nations, the US, and the Western world failing to live up to its responsibility will be very grave. The consequences of this powerful nation failing to do the right thing for peace will probably be definitely lead to a catastrophic end of Nigeria in 2023. My fellow Biafrans, without wasting your time this evening, our liberation and the independent movement is a dynamic process. And today, we have just 104 days to Biafra exit. When we say 104 days to Biafra exit, people who are ready to sabotage our movement for the freedom of our people, they will mock us. But I'm calling you today to stand very firm and resolute. We are getting there. By the time we get to 50 days to go, they will understand why we have a countdown to Biafra freedom. It is very unusual. Very, very, very unusual. I want to inform you today, at every historic juncture, the movement for the liberation of Biafra has evolved along with the new mandate of times, taking new meanings, and today is yet another meaning to our liberation. Are today flying very high in all Biafran provinces. When we told them we are going to host Biafra flag in Biafra land, they mocked us. When we told them that you are going to sleep in Nigeria and wake up in Biafra, they mocked us. And for the past weeks, they have asked, where is the Biafra flag? Where are you hosting the flag? When are you hosting the flag? The Biafra people have hosted flag. They hosted the flag, and the flag is flying very high. and none of the flag has been taken down. And let me tell you, it is not about you taking it down. The spirit of Biafra has been awakened today, and the spirit of liberation of Biafra is now in full moon. The hoisting of the Biafra flag today is to awaken the spirit of liberation of Biafra, to invoke the spirit of Biafra liberation, which is now in full force, and in preparation to enforce the no-Nigeria election in Biafra territory come 2023. And that spirit has been invoked because the Biafra flag is now flying very high. Different provinces of Biafra territory. It is about restoring, defending, and promoting freedom, as well as fighting new threat to our freedom, both from within and without. All in full solidarity with and working alongside all our alliances with Oduduwa Nation, Ambazonians, and the global citizens, with the goal of achieving global peace and prosperity. The disintegration of Nigeria in 2023 will put an end to terrorism threat coming and emanating from the Sahel. Looking back at Biafra history, we encounter a myriad of great liberation and independent activists, those who made the ultimate sacrifice fighting against Nigeria terrorist state and caliphate, and those who exercised noble oblige by helping arms and train independent fighters of Biafra during the genocide against Biafra. I am always overcome with gratitude when I think about the courage and sacrifice that our people has made. There are many heroes, including the sacrifice of the current leader of indigenous people of Biafra, our leader, who is now in DSS dungeon because of the sabotage from those enemy within which he trusted. My fellow Biafrans, it is very imperative at this point to also remind you that we must remember all of those who devoted themselves to building today Biafra liberation movement against all odds that has gathered the highest momentum. Honoring and respecting them from the big to the small is our duty and responsibility. But it is also the beginning of and a foundation upon which to ensure our future prosperity. We must respect those who took it upon themselves to fight against the establishment that is fighting the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Biafra liberation today. You will all agree with me, the establishment hired over 500,000 broadcasters, commenters, bloggers to fight the liberation of Biafra against their own freedom. We defeated them. We defeated them with truth and nothing but the truth. We defeated them by being very resilient. We defeated them by standing on our feet, standing on what is right, standing on the legacy that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu left before the kidnapping from Kenya. We defeated them because we stand by the truth. In 2023, we are going to unshackle ourselves from the political control imposed upon us by the British and so that we could regain and defend our freedom. Today, other ethnic nationalities are our partners as we face common threat, common enemy that challenge the freedom of our people and the global citizens. Now that Biafra and Oduduwa relation has moved towards a common future and the mission of our times align based on our shared universal values, it will also help to solve historical problem that existed between us, between our two nations, that the British government and its allies, accomplices in crime, implanted to divide and control us for decades. While we fight each other, we are happy that today we've broken that chain. And as you can see beside me, Oduduwa flag is littered everywhere to show the very strong allies we are. We will continue to demand the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or there will be no peace in Nigeria until Biafra exit by 2023. The audacious initiative that we envision for Biafra will significantly improve our people's livelihood in stage when Biafra exit by 2023. So I want you to pay attention. The reason why the exit of Biafra from Nigeria is a must. To this end, the government of Biafra will not engage in unnecessary spending. In Nigeria state, government of Biafra will make a necessary structural reform in all public sectors. And the government of Biafra in exile have already started laying the foundation for this particular issue I am addressing in this State of the Nation address. At the same time, our vision for fighting for the freedom of Biafra will be, and has been, and is, to provide more intensive support for low-income families and socially disadvantaged with the fiscal resources derived from the brain-based economy. Biafra is going to be a brain-based economy. And this, we believe, will address issues of petty crimes in Biafra society. In Biafra, we will be guaranteeing a strong economic and cultural foundation for low-income families, and the social disadvantaged is the essence of the universal values of freedom and solidarity. This is not attainable, not even in any African country. That is what we are bringing to our people. We've traveled, we've learned, we've been involved in government policies across the world, in our state and places of abode. We involve in politics and decision making. So we are going to bring this to Biafra. The reason we fight for the freedom of our people is for us to have the right to self-determination, when we are going to decide on these issues I'm mentioning today. Basic living security benefit will be strengthened to stabilize the livelihood of those in need. More government support will be provided to those who experience unforeseen challenges in their personal lives. This is what the Biafra government is going to do. Just a glimpse. Just like the Nigeria abandoned their victims of the flooding in Biafra, there will be no flooding because we are going to make sure we build a powerful sewage system that will end flooding in Biafra land. If you continue to stay in Nigeria, you will continue to experience flood and you are going to die. In Biafra, we will end flood. Biafra government caregiving services for people with disabilities will be greatly enhanced in order to minimize the inconveniences experienced in their daily lives. This is not possible in Nigeria. It is only in the Western world where you will go to a car park and you see a space reserved for disabled people. In Biafra, we are going to care for our disabled people because they are not the cause of their problem. They are just as human like us. In Nigeria, you mock the disabled, you insult them, you treat them very badly, you do not even respect human life. The Nigeria abandoned victims of flooding. In Biafra, there will be no flooding because we are going to solve it. More attention will be given to young individuals in Biafra land, preparing to stand on their own after aging out of institutional care. I want you people to understand that in Libya, when Gaddafi was alive, the Libya people enjoyed this kind of caregiving from their country. Today, America, Obama destroyed Libya in quest for chasing shadows. Of course, they never want any African country to rise. So they destroyed Libya, and nobody today in Libya can stand up and tell you that they are living very fine. I want you to understand that today Liberation Biafra has gathered the highest momentum in history. This day, on the 21st day of November 2022, today, the Biafra flag was hoisted in all provinces of Biafra. The flag of the Republic of Biafra, for those who do not know what it means, is a horizontal tricolor of red, black, green, and golden rising sun over a golden bar in the middle. The red color in Biafra flag, representing the blood of the massacred Biafrans in northern Nigeria, and in the conquest of Nigeria, Biafra war. The black in Biafra flag represent the mourning of those that were massacred by Nigeria state, and today they still kill our people. The green in Biafra flag is for prosperity, and the half yellow of the rising sun stand for glorious future. The future of this Biafra, which is glorious in its flag, is coming to manifestation from 2023, and no man will stop it. The sun represents the provinces of Biafra, and today, when they ask you, where is your Biafra map? Tell them, where you see the Biafra flag today is a Biafra territory. And we are going to give you, in a chronological order, the provinces that made up the Biafra territory. So the flag of Biafra was hoisted following to the following provinces that I'm going to mention. I want you to remember that some days back, some of the people who claim to be fighting for Biafra, they were asking Simon Ekpa and autopilot IPOB, they bragged of hoisting Biafra flag, and where is the flag? They brag of what other things we have promised, and where are they? Today, we have hoisted the Biafra flag even to different military cantonment. And I can assure you, for example, that the military cantonment in Ebonyi State has the Biafra flag flying very high today. And more of the flag is coming, because officially the liberation of Biafra have started today. So the provinces where you are going to see the Biafra flag from today are as follows. Biafra flag is on this day, the 21st of November 2022, hoisted in Abakaliki, province of Biafra, in Afikpo, province of Biafra, in Ojiriva, province of Biafra, in Enugu, province of Biafra, in Nsukka, province of Biafra. The Biafra flag is flying very high. In Owerri, province of Biafra, the Biafra flag is flying very high. Olu, province of Biafra, the Biafra flag is flying very high. In Okigwe province, the Biafra flag is flying very high. In Aba province, the Biafra flag is flying very high today. In Umuahia province, the Biafra flag is flying very high today. In Nnewi province, the Biafra flag is flying very high today. In Aoka province, the Biafra flag is flying very high today. In Agbo province, the Biafra flag is flying very high today. In Warri province, the Biafra flag is flying very high today. In Uheli province, the Biafra flag is flying very high today. In Ababa province, the Biafra flag is flying very high today. In Yonegwa, Biafra flag is flying very high today. In Ahuda province, Biafra flag is flying very high today. In Degema province, the Biafra flag is flying very high today. In Iguacha, the Biafra flag is flying very high today. In Calabar, the Biafra flag is flying very high today. In Ogoja, the Biafra flag is flying very high today. In Eket, the Biafra flag is flying very high today. In Uyo, people wake up this morning to see Biafra flag. In Ikote Bene, the people of Biafra woke up this morning to see Biafra flag. In Anang province, the Biafra people wake up this morning to see the Biafra flag flying very high. In Auchi, part of Biafra, they wake up this morning, they saw Biafra flag. In Benin, part of Biafra, the Biafra flag was flying very high today. In Idoma, the Biafra flag was flying very high today. In Igala province, the Biafra flag is flying very, very high today. People wake up this morning and they saw Biafra flag flying. When we told you, you are going to sleep in Nigeria and wake up in Biafra, don't take us for granted. So that is the 131 provinces of Biafra territory as of today. Officially, we have the 31 provinces and the 12 families in Biafra. The families are as follows. In Isoko, in Urobo, Biafra flag is raised and hoisted, and it is flying very high today in Isoko, Urobo, land of Biafra. In Ichekiri, Biafra flag was hoisted today, and it is still flying very high today. In Aligbo, in Igbo land of Biafra, Biafra land, the Biafra flag, who was hosted in different parts of Aligbo, and it is still flying and flying very high. In Egede part of Biafra, the Biafra flag were hosted, and the flag is continuing to fly very high. In Idoma, they wake up this morning and they saw Biafra flag flying very, very high. In Igala people of Biafra, they wake up this morning, they saw Biafra flag flying very, very high. In Ijon nation of Biafra, they saw Biafra flag this morning as they wake up. In Anang family of Biafra, Anang people, they wake up this morning, they saw Biafra flag flying very high. In Efik, they wake up this morning, everybody was amazed. The Biafra flag was flying very high in Efik. In Ibibio, they wake up this morning, the Biafra flag was flying very high in Ibibio speaking part of Biafra. In Igoromigodo, they wake up this morning and the Biafra flag was flying very high. In Ogoniland, they wake up this morning and Biafra flag was flying very, very high. We told them that 2023 will be a year that you will never forget in your life. 2023 will be a year that those who want to take over Nigeria and kill our people, exterminate us, will regret ever attempting to do that. 2023 will be a year that you will never forget in your life. And those who say that Simon Ekpa, instead of Simon Ekpa, will get Biafra, they will die. They must go and get their coffin because the Biafra, we will force you into Biafra. You are going to go into Biafra, and if you don't like it, you pack your bag and go. The spirit of Biafra is therefore invoked from this day, the 21st day of November 2022, and all Nigeria flag in Biafra territory must be taken down from today. The Liberation Army of Biafra must take note of this order. We want every Nigeria flag in Biafra territory to be taken down from today. This particular taking down of the flag will start from today and last till the last day of Biafra will exit Nigeria. The Liberation Army of Biafra must take note of this order. We also call on all institutions using Nigeria flag to take them down by themselves from today. Because if you do not do that, we are coming to take it down by ourselves. So from today, anywhere the Biafra flag is seen, from bank to school to government house to state government to local government to secretariat to anywhere it is seen, it is the duty of any Biafran to go there and take it down. Take it down in the morning, take it down in the afternoon, take it down in the night, take it down in the midnight, take it down whenever the opportunity calls to take those flags down. From today, the liberation has started. And as we continue to demand the Nigerian government to respect their own court, as we are fighting to leave the evil contraction called Nigeria, the British company, the freedom is taken and not given. This particular word of the Englishman is something that has now registered into our memory. The freedom is taken and not given. And we are taking our freedom and taking our future into our own hand from next year. Our main duty today is to make sure that the election slotted to hold in Biafra land in 2023 will not take place in Biafra territory. The election will not take place in all the provinces that I have mentioned today. The election must not take place in all the 31 provinces of Biafra that I have mentioned in this particular State of the Nation broadcast. The election must not take place in these 12 families of Biafra that I have mentioned today, from A to Z. And our responsibility is to make this happen. I thank you all for this particular wonderful day today. And those of you listening to me, this order has come to stay. And may God bless Biafra. May God bless our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May God bless all our alliances. May God bless those who have made this day possible and make us to come this far. May God bless the Umada of Biafra. May God bless all those who volunteer themselves to work for the liberation of Biafra at this point. May God bless those who we are not paying like other people are paying people and hiring people to fight for them on social media. You fight for your own freedom by yourself. You volunteer yourself, and that is the hardest army. Any army, a volunteer army, be it in the media, be it on the field, is the best army and you can never defeat them. That is why we have been able to knock the Nigerian government off the balance. We have been able to knock the British government out of the balance. And today, I can assure you that this election, by extension, will spread over Nigeria, and Nigeria will disintegrate next year, and our freedom will come. Peace is always what we crave for. But in the quest of getting our freedom, Biafra, Nigeria will not want to give us peace. We have seen the way they kill us. We have seen the way they invade our land. We have seen the way they come to kill without remorse. And nobody in Biafra land is talking. So we have now come to confront them. And the confrontation starts from today because the spirit of Biafra has now risen after the raise and the hoisting of the Biafra flag from today. From here, from me, may God bless you and may God bless Biafra.
You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.